Today I thought I'd show how to make this altered book Christmas card holder. So if you want to learn how to do this, stay tuned and follow me. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is find an old book that you're going to alter to make your Christmas card holder. So I can tell you the size of this one. It is about 5.5 by 8.5 and about 1.5 inches thick. It doesn't matter what size. You can do any size book you want, any thickness of book you want. It's up to you, but a decent sized book works better. So you want to get a nice sized book that will fit the width of cards and be able to stagger them when you put them in the card holder. So what you want to do first is to find approximate center of the book. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to fold this side in this way and this side in this way to meet in the middle. And it works best to take a glue stick, and it doesn't matter what kind of glue stick. It can be any kind of glue stick. But what I like to do is just go down this side with a glue stick, and then you fold this into the center, and you get it right down in as close as you can get it, and as straight as you can get it, lined up as neatly as possible. And then you want to fold that down, and I use a bone folder. I use a bone folder to get a nice crease and then to push that edge in. And then you just keep going. So you just sit down in front of your TV or put on a good chick flick and start folding pages. And it is time consuming, but the end result is really cool. So you're just going to sit and fold these into this side, and then on this side you're going to go this way and fold these in this way. This makes a fabulous Christmas gift for somebody too, because it's just so fun and unique. And you know how we get those Christmas cards in the mail, and then what do you do with them? Do you either stand them up all over on a table, or do you have a special Christmas card holder for them? But this one just is really special and really fun. Somebody who gets this as a gift will truly love it. So this side of the book go into this center, and this side go into this center, and fold the whole thing. Okay, and when you're done, this is what it is. You have the whole book, every single page. You don't tear any out. You fold the whole thing. Look at that. It's really kind of cool. And it makes this nice rounded design. And then we're going to decorate it and make it look Christmassy and fancy. And the coolest part about it is, so you get your Christmas cards in the mail, and you can just tuck them in between the pages anywhere you want. And look what it looks like with Christmas cards in it. So cool. Really, really fun. Great way to display your Christmas cards. You can still take them out and read them. But cute as can be. So now let's decorate it and make it Christmassy. So now you just need to decide, what do you want to do to decorate the base. This can be done in a variety of ways. You can take acrylic paint and paint this. You can collage it with Christmas items. You can, if you have a cuddle bug and you have decorative patterns, there's a lot of cool Christmas ones where you can do a Christmas pattern on it. You can cover it with actual material, cotton Christmas material, with using Mod Podge and then folding over the edges, and it'll be covered with material. So there's all different ways that you can decorate them. I'm going to start, before I decorate my base, I'm going to do some spraying across my pages using Dilution's Postbox Red ink spray. So I'm going to go ahead and mist this. To make my pages pop in red. And I don't mind splatters, I like it. Adds interest. I just don't want those pages to be so stark. You could go as heavy or as light as you want, but I really like the red color. And then don't forget to do your ends. Okay, and again, you can go as heavy as you want or as light as you want. I don't want it too much, but I do want it to really pop and look Christmassy. Okay, so that's my first step. Now I have my red pages and I'm going to let those dry. And then I'm going to move on to doing the base. Okay, I decided that I'm going to go with Christmas material. So I've cut out 2 pieces of material. And where they're going to go is they're going to slip underneath that last page of the book. And it's going to go along here. Let me see how I want this. Let's put it this way. It's going to go along here. And then it's going to fold like this when I Mod Podge it on. So that's what my book is going to look like on both sides. So what I'm going to do is take Mod Podge and put it all down on this, work the material down really good into the Mod Podge, let it kind of dry. Then I'm going to put some on the edge and underneath, fold over the edge, cut out my corner into a square, fold over my edges and let it dry. And then when I do both sides, I'll come back and show you what it looks like. And then on the bottom, I'm going to glue a piece of felt for setting it on the table. So you don't need to worry about what it looks like on the back side of your book. And you can do this any way you want to. I mean, hey, people are decorative at Christmas. You can do all kinds of things. You can collage this. You can put words. Do be careful. Like you could put, you know, Merry Christmas down it like this. But keep in mind that if you get a lot of Christmas cards, or the receiver does, and you start them down here, when you put it in, it does cover up this end, so it doesn't have to be super decorative underneath, you know, like with words and things. It's a totally up to you, preference. If you want it to be, and you're going to keep most of your cards higher up in the book, then make this as decorative as you want it to be. I'm going plain. I'm not a decorative person at Christmas. I kind of like my stuff subtle and plain. I don't use a lot of, you know, wild, crazy, fancy trims and things, but it's your book. You do it the way you want to do it. I'm just giving you the basic idea of how to make it. So for me, with material, I'm going to really like it. It's going to be just right. Not too overdone, subtle but pretty, with poinsettias on the ends. So that's how mine's going to look. And then it will, of course, be a great place for my Christmas cards. And I am going to show you how to decorate the ends as well. So I'm going to do mine, and then I'll come back and show you, and I'll show you some decorative ideas for the ends. Okay, here's what mine looks like so far with the material glued down. And now what I'm doing is taking a Distress ink Tim Holtz in Pine Needle. It needed a little something, so I'm going around my edges with the Distress ink and just grunging it up. I like the grunge look, so I'm just distressing around those edges. And then on my end piece here, I'm going to put an antique button. I've got these red, really pretty antique buttons, and I'm going to put one on each side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pair of wire cutters, and I'm going to cut my plastic shank off of these buttons. So yes, I'm harming buttons, which is kind of a no-no if you're an antique button collector, but I'm gonna just cut the shanks off so they're flat. And when you put something on the end of the book, if you were to put like a small half doily or anything here, you have to be careful because you don't want to glue it all the way down to all these pages, because then it's going to be hard to stick your cards in between. It's going to impede that. So even with the button, I'm going to put my glue just around the bottom edge about a quarter of the way and just center it and put it there where it's not going to impede the cards being able to go inside and outside of my book. Okay, here's my completed project, and like I said, I was kind of minimalistic on my decorations, but that's how I like stuff, and this is for myself. If I were going to make one for a gift, I may go a little bit fancier or add some trim. You know, I mean, it looks pretty. Here's some really cute trim. It would be gorgeous to put trim around this. For me and my decor in my house, I don't want it really fancy schmancy, but you can do anything you want and all kinds of things, but what a great gift this would make. And then again, I'm going to glue a piece of felt to the bottom of this so that when it sits on the table, it's just protective on whatever table you set it on. But there's the side view with my splatters and my buttons, my antique buttons. What a cute piece for displaying my Christmas cards as I receive them. Look how pretty that's going to look. When I get my Christmas cards in the mail, I will just stick them in here and it'll just look so cute as a display on my table with my greeting cards in it. Isn't that great? So I hope you make one of these altered book Christmas card holders for somebody that you want to give a handmade Christmas gift to. And I hope you enjoyed this and it gave you some fun ideas of something to do this holiday season. And there's a link below in the description below for products that I've used, like art glitter glue, distress ink, things like that. So if you're interested in purchasing those items, any percent I receive, 100% of it will get donated to Foundation for Complex Regional Pain Syndrome and Multiple Sclerosis to help people with that are suffering with those ailments, and it helps them get things like service dogs, pay bills, get medical equipment, things like that. So if you feel like purchasing the products and trying them out, if you don't already have them and you use my links, then we'll be helping out others this holiday season as well. Also, I do take PayPal me donations, and the same with that, 100% will get donated. So now all I need is for people to send me some Christmas cards. Wink, 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 wink. All right. Thanks again for stopping by, and I hope you had fun today.